What up, guys? MiddleAgedGamer here. We are playing Train Simulator 2016 yet again. I'm waiting for that maglev train or locomotive to come out, which should be out, I think, on Tuesday of this week. I'll be making a video on that. So I decided let's go ahead and release another Train Simulator video in the meantime for the YouTube masses. I got a much better way, or a much better setup for the recording aspect of this, so hopefully the audio is a little bit better. I also cut down the time it takes me to get from recording to YouTube dramatically, so hopefully I can pump out some more videos instead of taking a week or two to do each video with the way my hectic schedule is. Anyways, let's see what we're going to do here real quick. How about some Hamburg to Hanover? Let's do a long one, why not? Let's do the Southbound InterCity Express career scenario. It says a high-speed passenger service from Hamburg to Hanover. It's 85 minutes long, 4 out of 5 difficulty, which is fairly hard. And again, it's using the ICE 2, as you can see in the top left-hand corner right here. Let's go ahead and get into it. And there's that maglev locomotive I was talking about, or train. Shanghai. That looks awesome. I definitely want to get that. It's probably going to be like $40-50 the price of the game, which is insane still. But it's okay. I work hard for my money. I want to play it. I also need to get AC6000 to help me out with the Run 8 multiplayer stream pretty soon. Alright guys, it says this morning you'll be having station stops at Harburg, Luneburg, Uelzen, and Celle before finishing your work for the day at the Hanover station. And open the door, lets passengers on, just open the doors. You can see we're in a pretty well detailed station here in Hamburg, which is of course the first stop on the way to Hanover. This will be relatively quick. Let's go ahead and get back in the cab. And we'll get the reverser forward. And we'll take the brake off just a bit. Get ready to go. I haven't played Train Sim in forever. Kind of glad to be getting back into it. I've been streaming a ton on Twitch, so if you haven't added me on Twitch, go ahead and add me on there. I've been playing a lot of Farm Sim and American Truck Sim on that as well. So I'm going to get up to speed here. So it looks like we can only do about 40 kilometers per hour until we get out of here. And we do have some rain to contend with as well. Turn the wipers on. Let's go ahead and watch the train come out of the station here as it winds and twists onto the higher speed track on the particular direction that we're going. Beautiful looking train. I always love the ICE trains. Very, very sleek looking, even the older versions. And beautiful detailing. You can see the excavators out there in the back on the construction site digging out post or doing whatever they're doing there. And I'm very, very horrible with the German signaling system for the speed, so hopefully I don't jack this up. Let's go ahead and speed up just a little bit more. And I know this train does have a passenger view, which I'm kind of excited about. Of course, we'll do some train buys. Probably do the right train buy right now. There we go. Now we can get up to 80 kilometers per hour. Just be careful because this is going to be like a little downhill section right here. Go ahead and turn the accelerator off. It doesn't really seem to be picking up that much speed on this downhill part. Let's get back in cab because I know the signaling system's coming up. I think we have, I want to say yellow and green, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Can't tell. Hopefully it's not the red light. Yeah, yellow and green, so I'm going to keep it at 80 kilometers per hour. You can see that, I think the 8 there means 80, hopefully, I don't know, maybe. We'll find out here shortly, though. I'm sure people are going to berate me in the comments section below, probably. That's fine. Anything to help me out, because I don't usually play German routes. They're too difficult for me. I like those easy English routes. Okay, well, I said it can go to 120 right here. I'm not going to do that, though. I still think it's going to get me to go back down to 80 at this next signal. Let's find out if I'm right or wrong. Yep, that's 8. There we go. So I got to be mindful of those signals. I actually have to pay attention to them, unfortunately. Luckily, I haven't been drinking today yet, so maybe I'll start drinking on my next route. Alright, switching tracks here. That was the reason for getting to under 80, it looks like. Alright, and hopefully I get the green light to do 160. Coming up, but we'll find out. So I can do 120 now. I'm still scared to do that. Let's go ahead and pick it up, though. I think we're alright to do 120 and then 160 coming up. This train's going to be hauling shortly. And let's go ahead and do the, where's that passenger view? There we go. That's what I wanted. Until we get up to speed here. Nice little table. It's pretty cool. Very realistic to trains in Europe. Let's go and get back inside. I'm going to get back in the right side here too as well. And I think we can take the wipers off. Doesn't look like it's raining anymore. And I'll just keep a watch out on the signaling system. You can see we gotta get down to 100 coming up already. And we got about 4 3/4 kilometers to go to Harburg. ETA is about a minute ahead of the arrival time, which is good. I think we're doing something right. I wonder if the signaling system is going to tell me to slow down, or is it just going to be the graph below? Let's go ahead and start slowing down just in case. Okay, there's the signal right there, probably. Yeah, get down to 100. I see you. And you can see the station on the graph below. About 2 1/4 miles out, or kilometers out, excuse me. I have no clue. Do we have to get under 100 to stop or not? Probably not. Hoping we do 100 all the way into the station. So they're going to do 120. I'm not going to do 120 though. I feel like that's not a very smart move. That'll move at all. ETA is already creeping up though, which is kind of scary. Maybe I should have sped up just a little bit. Get it, girl. Get it, girl. Let's go and get on the outside real quick. And unload passengers. You can see the timetable's not very relaxed on this, unfortunately, which means I need to drink some Red Bull right there. Yeah. Ooh. Is there a signal in front of me? It's a... Which means we're going to haul booty out of here. Is what that means. On our way to Luneburg, which is actually 37 kilometers away. That's a pretty great distance. How far are we actually going? 166 kilometers. That's a pretty lengthy track where anything could go wrong from here to there. We'll see what happens, though. Take the brake off a little bit. Alright. Take the brake off. Let's get moving forward. You can see our ETA is just over the arrival time too. Hopefully that goes down a little bit. Go, and we're off again. 100% power. Keep in mind we're still doing the donations for charity for Cancer Research Institute. You guys are more than welcome to donate. Even if it's $1, $2, whatever you guys can do definitely helps out. 50% of the profits, or actually 50% of the donations go to charity. Other 50% is going to buy video games so I can give them out during the live streams, just so you guys are aware. Alright, so we can go up to 120 right here, and then it looks like 160 coming up. Just got to be very mindful of the signaling system here. Pretty long journey too, 36 kilometers to go. But you know, doing 160, I think we'll make pretty quick work of that, is my hope. If not, we got a really, really long journey to get to Hanover from here. I saw 16 yellow boards, means it should be going up to 160. Some AI on the tracks as well. I'm just going to see one passing right by. I don't know what that was. I guess it's the high-speed signaling system that scared the crap out of me, though. Alright, here we go. So I guess it tells you before you get to a next stop, or once you get towards the end of the high-speed track. I have no clue. This is the first for me, so we'll see what happens. I'm almost inclined to stay in cab as much as I hate to, just so I don't miss any signals. ETA is looking pretty good too. I wouldn't say it's necessarily lax, but I don't need to push it too hard. lights all the way around. That's what we want. Stay in here for just a minute. Let me look at this. Actually, let me get back in the cab for just a second. We'll look at these two signals that are coming up before I start wandering off. Alright, that signal's good, no issues. And we got one more, and I can do some train buys or some interior view. There we go, I don't see any issues with any of that. Do interior view for a little bit. Sound effects have been really good on this particular route as well. Hopefully that transfers into the video that you guys see on YouTube. I guess we'll find out once I upload it. And you see, it looks like, I don't know if that's counting kilometers. What exactly, meters, whatever it is. It's counting down something though. Potentially maybe a, I'll turn the wipers back on and count down to when something changes as far as speed wise. Really not quite sure, I guess we'll find out though. Get my speed up just a little bit. Wow, it looks like we maybe actually be able to go faster coming up, which that's actually very surprising. Already down to 25 kilometers to go to Luneburg. I'm sure I'm butchering the name for all you German folks out there, but that's what I do. That's what T-Mag's good at. A little bit worried about the ETA. It's slowly climbing up. Luckily this track is relatively flat, or is flat, so it's very easy to keep track of the kilometers that we're going, or kilometers per hour that we're going. Alright, should be able to get up to 200 here. It goes back down to 160 though. I'm just going to keep it at 160. How about that? How you like them apples? There's a risk reward right here. I'm going with the no risk, no reward. Personally, hopefully it turns out okay once it's all said and done. I guess I could have picked it up just a little bit right there. And let's see what our computer system states right after this once we pass the 160 marker. Still got green lights on this side, which is good. Do a couple train buys real quick. There we go. It's the kind of train buy I like right there. Boom. Love it. get back in cab right after this. Alright, should be able to pick it up to 200 kilometers per hour here. There we go, let's pick it up. Get our ETA slowly creeping up to the arrival time, which I don't like. So again, it's risk reward. I'm going to take a little bit of risk this time around. So cut that ETA down a couple seconds if I can. We'll find out here shortly. $15 kilometers to go. I don't think I really cut down the time at all. More AI traffic going by. There's one thing about the German routes that's definitely true all the way around. It makes you pay attention no matter what. I don't know if that's a really good thing or a bad thing, but... Alright, let's get back up to 200. Left-hand side over here for just a little bit. 180. 190. 10 kilometers to go. We get back over here. I feel like I really need to pay attention going this fast too. Got to get down to 160 coming up, as you can see. ETA did drop down just a little bit, a couple seconds. About 7.5 kilometers or so to go. Six and a half. All right. I don't know if it stopped raining yet or not. Can't tell. I'm gonna try to turn them off, see what happens. I think it stopped raining. 5.5 kilometers to go. so ultimately I have to get down to 110 kilometers per hour coming up. 4 kilometers to go to Luneburg. It's kind of letting it coast. Hopefully the ET doesn't creep up too much. And Luneburg should be coming up on the screen here shortly. There it is. We're under 110. ETA looks to be okay. Definitely tell we're more in the countryside right now too. Just don't want to break too early. I feel like I'm breaking too early still. Let's go ahead and stop. There we go. I feel like that's a perfect stop right there. ETA is still under the arrival time barely. There we go. Finally at Luneburg. I think the next stop's going to be just as far. Uelzen. I don't know how to pronounce that. But you get the idea. You can see the detailing around us is pretty good. Nice little village in rural Germany. Uelzen, yeah, 35 kilometers ago. Still have a total of 128 kilometers for this entire route. Hopefully I do okay. I feel like things have been going pretty good so far. Just hope they continue. There you go. Let's go ahead and take off. Looks like we can go straight to 160 as far as I can tell. And it looks like back up to 200, which is hopefully going to make really quick time of this stop. Jeez, look at the amount of track. It's insane. Can't even count that as what? Probably 15 tracks across. And I'm assuming we're about halfway through this particular route from the looks of it. Definitely gonna have to pour myself a glass of whiskey and Coke here in a little bit before I record a video for American Truck Sim. And it looks like we have to get all the way down to 140 coming up. Not a clue why. Maybe it's a tunnel, bridge, one of the above. Go ahead and get down though, so the train stops yelling at me. Maybe a hard turn or something's coming up. Maybe just a narrow passageway out in the middle of nowhere. Not really quite sure. We will be able to go back up to 200 kilometers per hour here shortly. Well, only for a short while though. Go. Do one quick train by. Well, we got some time. I know a lot of you guys hate sitting in the interior view. Try to give you guys a little bit of variety. Keep it under 160 shortly. About 26 kilometers to go. We've already done close to 10 kilometers, I believe. There's been a lot of speed changes. Up to 200, back down to 140. It's almost like, man, what's the point? The scenario wants me to lose or wants me to speed one or the other. Not too happy about it right now either. ETA is about a minute ahead though, so I think I'm okay. I'm not going to do high risk, high reward right now. I'm going to get down to 140. There we go. Mosey along at 140 for a bit. 22 kilometers to go. I guess now would be a good time to do a pass review if I can find it. There we go. Out in the countryside, working our way to Uelzen. I know I'm butchering that pronunciation. I apologize again. Anyways, if you're at this point, say cheers. Cheers to the country. People have no clue what you're talking about unless they actually get to this point, which statistic-wise is very, very little. So shout out to everybody that made it to this point. Love each and every single one of you in the most gay way possible. Should have brought another Red Bull. You can see our ETA is definitely rising up. It's already, what, about 50 seconds off right now, which is not good. So I will get back in cab, bring this back up to 200 kilometers per hour. There we go. Nope, starting to rain again. A little sprinkle throughout the day. And I already see a speed reduction. So if I was going to be a train driver, I would not want to be one in Germany, based off how much I have to pay attention. This is not fun at all. It's not mindless gaming. It's actually making me work for it. Go under the 160 mark. Just trying to take a little bit off the ETA. I don't think it worked out to my benefit on that one. And another reduction coming up. Why can't I just get one straight stretch at 200 kilometers per hour? That'd be awesome right now. Go back down to under 140. Trying to pay attention as best as possible right now to the speed. Looks like we're going to be stuck at the 140 for quite a while, as far as I can tell at least. Which means exterior views, yay! Got my dog all excited. Make sure the frame rate's moving okay. Seems to be okay. For whatever reason, my Elgato that I'm using to record software, the frame rate will dip, and I have to reset it every now and then. Luckily, it hasn't done that during this particular video as of yet. Not to say that it won't happen at some point, though. Alright, 200, then back to 140, which I'm going to actually speed up and slow down just because my ETA is going up. There we go. About 6.5 kilometers to go. I really hope the next section's not this grueling as far as going up and down in the speed. My ETA is almost right at the arrival time too, which is not making me very happy by any means. Alright, 5 kilometers to go. So I gotta start really paying attention. Not that I'm not already, but anything can go wrong during these stops. ETA is actually above the arrival time. Not happy about that. I am going to speed up, I think, right here just for a split second. Try to keep those seconds down if at all possible. My hope is to keep the ETA within a minute from the arrival time as well. Go. About the best I can do. Do a fairly hard stop this time around. So I'm going to overshoot it a little bit, which I really don't want to do. I don't want to break any harder than this, though. Woo, that's a horrible braking job. At least I'll admit that. Sorry, first class. You're going to have to walk to the back there. Yeesh. Hopefully it doesn't deduct points on that. Yeesh. Horrible. Horrible. Jesus, man. I think that's the first time I overshot a platform in a long time. Maybe because it's raining, it's a little bit slicker on the tracks. That's my excuse, at least. Gotta have an excuse, right? And we're about to take off really quickly because this timetable is killing me. There we go. I think that was a good stop. Proceeding to Celle, which I think is the last station before Hanover, which is the very final stop. Let's take a look. Yep. She's still got 93 kilometers to go of this, though, which is brutal. Like my eyes are about to pop out of my socket. And I need a beer so bad. Just please keep it at 200 kilometers for a long time. That's all I'm asking. It's not asking for much, is it? $50 kilometers to go. Jesus. It's a long distance. Even at 200 kilometers per hour, it's going to take a minute. Still got a little bit of sprinkle in the sky as well. It's definitely helping my frame rate. 200 back down to 160. How did I not see this one coming? I'm going to have to do high risk, high reward, though, because we're only 30 seconds from the arrival time. Go. It looks like it's going right back to 200 kilometers per hour after this as well. There's the drop. Come around this turn, we're going to pick it back up. Back to 200, it looks like. There we go. Only 46 more kilometers to go. The excitement's killing me. Do overhead view real quick, why not? I don't ever do this view right here. It's pretty cool looking though, honestly. Don't mind it whatsoever. Ooh, passing another train, look at that. Sweet. I'd really like to get this settled in at like 198-ish. Maybe 199 even. ETA is going down though, which is good at 198. I don't mind that. So we got a speed change coming up. Down to 160. I'm starting to get the whole signaling system. It's not too bad actually. goes right back to 200 kilometers per hour too. It's going to be one of the longer journeys I've done in Train Simulator in a long time. I always try to find one that's around 45 minutes or so or less, just to put it on YouTube so it's not too lengthy. This will be something a little bit out of the norm for me. Hopefully you guys enjoy it though. So I go slightly over 160 and then slow down. Every second counts at this point. And we're going to be doing 160 for quite a while from the looks of it. Speed up just a little bit. I could almost go run and grab a beer, but I'm afraid something would happen at this point. I'm turning the windshield wiper off. Looks like it stopped raining. Sped there just a little bit. Now what's on the signaling system in the middle is not lining up with the graph below, which kind of scares me a little bit. So I'm going to maintain 160 like it tells me to. Oh, wait. No, maybe it's working now. Looks like it changed itself or a reset or something. Maybe it was right all the way along. Okay, so yeah, it was counting from 4,000 down. I can see it was actually correct. Never mind. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. Another high risk, high reward section coming up. You know, I'm going to go ahead and do it to the best of my ability because the ETA scares me how close it is to the arrival time. Like my hands are starting to sweat from trying to do this properly. Alright, and then back up to 200 kilometers per hour here shortly. Hopefully it stays like that for a while. Yep. And let's get some exterior views for you guys. Jesus, that's just insane looking, is the only thing I can say. Love it though. Very nice. I'm waiting for that maglev train to come out on Tuesday, guys. It's going to be awesome. I'll try to get that video out as soon as possible. I'm actually really excited about that. It's probably one of the only routes I've really been excited about in a long time, so. I'm going to get back in cab because it looked like we're about to go down a slight hill. I'm a little nervous about that. I have to get down to 160 anyways, so good thing I did that. And just about 21 kilometers to go. A pretty good distance, still got a ways to go. Let's turn the wipers back on since we got some more rain. Kind of like how it's kind of on and off throughout the course of the map. That's pretty cool in my opinion. Man. Killing it. Be able to get back to 200 here shortly. Looks like my new recording setup's going well. Like that, like that. Really good distance to go before it changes too, so a couple train buys for you guys. We're going to be stuck at 200 kilometers per hour for a while from the looks of it. The meter on the train's still at 9,900 meters, I guess that's what it is, or kilometers, not kilometers, but yards, meters, whatever they use. About 13.5 kilometers to go to the station, getting close. It's obviously been our biggest journey so far in between those two stations. Since we have some time, let's do this view right here. Got to get something a little bit different along the way. It's still interior, which I love. What is that for? I gotta get down to 150 coming up. Where's that at? Oh, it's a while off, isn't it? Scared me for a second, Jesus. Yeah, that's still a ways off. That signaling system will sure wake you up, though. That's for damn sure. Getting really nervous about this little downhill section right here. I don't know why I am, but better to be safe than sorry. I don't want to get all the way this far and just get a speeding thing or a speeding ticket. It's kind of weird. I mean, I know trains speed all the time. They don't really get deducted points, do they? Or do they have like annual reviews of the engineers to see how good and bad they're doing? Alright, getting closer to the speed reduction down to 150 coming up. Which makes sense, we're getting pretty close to the station too. There we go, 4,000 dropped off, that means we're within 4,000 meters of the next change. Maybe you're supposed to put a decimal point in there. Maybe it's like 4 kilometers, 3 kilometers, 2 kilometers, which would make sense. So it's about 2.5 kilometers away. That's what it is. So 4,000 is technically 4 kilometers. That's my guess, at least. I'll try not to overshoot this platform for any reason. Goes at 15 for the 150, which we're getting under right now. 3 kilometers to go. And our ETA is good as well, about a minute ahead. Or 45 seconds ahead, I should say. Oh, another ice up ahead, passing us by. About time we see one of those. Definitely going to break in time this time around. Love the sound effects though, it's pretty awesome. Yeah, let's just go ahead and brake. Beautiful looking train. This is our second to last stop as well. There we go. Last stop will be in Hanover, which is only 41 miles to go. Still a good distance, but I mean, Jesus, look where we came from. How many miles or kilometers was that away? Will it even tell us? Probably not. I don't see it anywhere. Let's try that again. No, it won't tell us, unfortunately. All I know is a lot of kilometers that way. Not that way. That way. That's all I'm going to tell you. quick stop and then it's back at it, looks like. So I don't mind that. I'm ready to get myself a whiskey and Coke and move on from this. It's cray-cray. Let's get the breakdown a little bit again. So we're about ready to go. There we go. This little red section down here kind of scares me, but I don't think there's a reduction in the speed by any means. Hopefully not. Looks like we should be good. Guess we're already on the high-speed track, is what I'm assuming. Got ahead. Looks like green light as well. All right, 40 kilometers. Here we go. Last station. Get excited. May actually just get 1,000 of 1,000 on this. I shouldn't have said that. I think I just jinxed myself. Around a pretty good bend right here. Be able to get up to 200 kilometers per hour. Make our way into the final destination of Hanover. And unfortunately, it's usually the last stop that always gets me as far as speeding wise. But I'm pretty sure I have this whole German signaling thing figured out, at least on this particular train. So I think we'll be okay. We'll be good for 200 kilometers for quite a while, so it's definitely a good thing. We'll turn the wiper off. Looks like it stopped raining as well, which is positive. And we'll be clocking through these kilometers in no time. ETA is good, which I like. We are hauling. Cutting our way through those kilometers. Damn sure. Really wish I had another Red Bull or something to drink. Start counting down. Nope, still hasn't started counting down the kilometers, so we got over 10 kilometers to go until we have to reduce speed, which is good. At a bare minimum, this gets us down to 23 or 22 kilometers. Probably going to stay in cab for the remainder just in case. I really don't want to screw it up at this point by being outside the cab. So for your in-cab fanatics, you guys will love this. For everybody that loves the exterior views, I'm very, very sorry. There's nothing I can do about it at this point. What I will do is I'll get over here though, just for a bit. Loving this section. We're already under 30 kilometers to go now. A little small uphill section coming up. There we go. So we can start counting down from 9.9 kilometers for a speed reduction down to 160. Go. 6.5 kilometers to go till the speed reduction. ETA is looking really, really good. Almost sped for whatever reason, not sure why. That scared the crap out of me though. I was like, no, don't let me speed, I'm already here. Oh my god. Whew. That was close. I wasn't going downhill either, which is really strange. It was all nice and level, and I just saw the speed jump up right there. This is why I'm staying in cab, for that very reason right there. Alright, 4 kilometers to go till the speed reduction down to 160. The signaling system may go off right now or in the near future. Should go off right here, I believe. Or not. Since we got plenty of time on the ETA to arrive, I'm going to go ahead and start slowing down. There it goes. So this is about 1.5 kilometers out from the signaling. 20 kilometers to go. Let's hope it goes back up to 200 for a little bit. I doubt it, but you never know. We're going to be at 160 for 10 miles at least. Crappy. I was really hoping to go up in speed again. So I can live with that though. Alright, started counting down from 9.9 kilometers. We're about to get down to 110 coming up. Of course, still got plenty of time though. By that time, once we drop down to 110, we'll be very, very close to the Hanover to finalize this Germany, finalize this route, her career scenario. To finalize this Germany is what we're doing. Jesus. ETA is still looking good. Kilometers out from Hanover. Yeah, don't tell me it's about starting to rain again. The excitement. Stations, as you can see, coming in. Definitely slow to getting out of the rural parts of Germany. Heading our way back into civilization. Alright, less than 4 kilometers to go till the speed change down to 110. We're under 10 kilometers to go into Hanover. Everything's coming together pretty smoothly right now. And let's pray that I don't jack up my 1,000 of 1,000. There's a speed reduction coming up. 2.5 kilometers. And start slowing down. There we go. My ETA just shot up, which really scares me. I get down to 40 kilometers per hour coming up. Still got a green light on the track, which is good. And I'm going to save it right now just in case. Sounds like a good idea, right? Okay, here we go. closer and closer. ETA appears to be good. That's what we want. Start braking here in just a moment. Alright, let's go and get down the speed here. We're going to get down to 40 kilometers per hour. Nice industrial buildings. As we get closer to the station, it should be appearing right around the corner coming up. Just hoping the ETA holds out. We don't lose any points on that. Let's drop it to under 40. Can't tell if it stopped raining or not. Nope, still raining. Keep the windshield wiper on. Alright, let's see the station up ahead. Keep it as close to 40 kilometers as possible. Hopefully, again, we don't go past the arrival time for any reason. It stopped raining enough to turn the windshield wiper off. Waiting for that big frame rate drop to happen. ETA still looks okay. I'm going to brake fairly soon in here just to make sure I don't go over the arrival time for any reason. And let's go ahead and start braking now. That should hopefully do it for this journey. I'm hoping it's 1,000 of 1,000. Hands and palms are all sweaty. Jesus, that was forever. And hit T on the keyboard for one last release of the passengers. There we go. That should hopefully be it. Find out here shortly. Been a while since I played this game. I always miss Train Simulator after a while. Usually I get burnt out on it and I'm like, oh, I want to go back and just play trains again. This one was definitely not mindless by any means. There was a lot of paying attention and going up and down in speeds. So I would say it is definitely on the harder side. I'm not going to say there's not harder scenarios out there, but you definitely have to put in your work. Oh, we've got achievement right there. Driven the length of the line, Hamburg, Hanover. Surprised I haven't done that yet. There you go, 1,000 of 1,000. Big shout out to Skycar Tracer, Jolly Josh, Mr. Aki, Dark Age, Step by Step, Zodiac, the Big Benny, Neil, Big Dog, Dilo, Mordaka, MTA Rails. What up, MTA? Yankees, Backwards, Rainbirds, Scotty, Frost, Scatchers, Goods, Twitter Fag, that's horrible. Dark Jr. and Alvarenas. Well, Dark Jr. didn't do too good on this 18 points. So I should have just shouted out everybody that's above me. Neil, Big Benny, Step by Step, Dark H. I've seen most of you guys on my Twitch as well, so congrats to you guys. Anyways, that's pretty much it for today's video. Again, you can check me out on twitch.tv/themiddleagedgamer. You can also make a donation at the stream tip link below in the description. And again, I appreciate you guys watching The Middle Aged Gamer. I'm out. Peace.